Hello, you're watching VNA's Bulletin. I'm from Hanoi, and now the headlines. Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh meets with Venezuelan and Iraqi leaders. Forum in Moscow highlights Vietnam-Russia cooperation prospects. Tourism Week at Mù Cang Chải tourist rice fields launched. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc has asked the northern port city of Hải Phòng to achieve faster quality growth so as to stimulate overdevelopment of the whole nation.
Prime Minister Phúc made the requirement at a working session with municipal officials in the northern port city on September 19. He highlighted the local advantages that cannot be found in other localities, such as being one of the two biggest international seaports in Vietnam, holding a strategic location in the two corridors, one economic belt, which links with China, and owning favorable infrastructure for tourism. However, the government leader pointed out certain shortcomings, such as unsustainable growth and less than expected agricultural production and administrative reforms. He said Hải Phòng must work harder to raise agricultural productivity, overhaul infrastructure development planning, and call for more private sector engagement in development projects. Hải Phòng enjoyed the best socio-economic attainments since 2010 in the first 9 months of 2016. It is taking the lead in FDI attraction with $2.66 billion of FDI invested in the period, up fivefold from the same period last year.
Later on the same day, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc attended a conference calling for investment into Hải Phòng city with the participation of almost 200 entrepreneurs and investors both at home and abroad. At the conference, the city's leaders promised to strongly improve the investment and business environment, making it more favorable and attractive to investors. For his part, Prime Minister Phúc highlighted Hải Phòng achievements in investment attraction as well as its advantageous location, in addition to seaports, airport, abundant human resources, and good infrastructure system. He also affirmed the determination to build a transparent and tech-technical government to serve the people and businesses. Within the framework of the conference, Hải Phòng authorities handed over certificates of investment to two projects with a combined registered capital of $750 million. On the sidelines of the 17th Non-Aligned Movement Summit in Margarita, Vietnamese Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh had separate meetings with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and Foreign Minister Dancy Rodriguez and Iraqi Foreign Minister Ibrahim al-Sheikh al-Zafari.
At these meetings, the officials vowed to work actively to realize commitments and outcomes of visits by Vietnamese and Venezuelan leaders, especially in strategic areas like agriculture, energy, oil and gas. Minh called upon the Venezuelan president to provide instructions on specific measures or mechanisms in order to raise two-way trade on the basis of the bilateral agreement on trade collaboration. The two sides agreed to soon convene the Vietnam-Venezuela Intergovernmental Committee's meeting to mull over specific cooperation contents. They also exchanged views on regional and international issues, including those regarding the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the East Sea. Deputy Prime Minister Minh hoped that Venezuela, as chair of the non-aligned movement in the 2016-2019 tenure, will maintain the principles of the movement, having it grow stronger. On this occasion, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh also met with Iraqi Foreign Minister Ibrahim al-Sheikh al-Zafari, during which the two sides agreed to enhance the exchange of information and create the best possible conditions for Vietnamese and Iraqi businesses to access the other country's market. Minh suggested Iraq help Vietnam with oil and gas exploration and exploitation activities in Iraq, noting his hope that the situation in Iraq will soon stabilize to facilitate the bilateral multifaceted cooperation.
A high-ranking delegation of the Communist Party of Vietnam, led by Politburo member, Secretary of the Party's Center Committee, and head of the Mass Mobilization Commission, Trương Thị Mai, paid a visit to the Czech Republic from September 15 to 19. At a meeting with leaders of the Communist Party of Bohemia and Moravia, the two sides discussed measures to tighten the traditional friendship and collaboration at international multilateral forums. Mai spoke highly of the party's support to the Vietnamese community in the Czech Republic and its advocacy for the Czech government's bid to further multifaceted cooperation with Vietnam. The hosts confirmed that they vow to exert more efforts to develop friendly relations with the Vietnamese Communist Party and people. During meeting with officials of the Czech Social Democratic Party, the two sides agreed to push cooperation in economics, education, vocational training, labor, and share experience in administrative management at local level, while increasing information exchanges between the two ruling parties and creating a firm political base to develop the bilateral friendship and cooperation. Mai said Vietnam welcomes Czech for bringing it into the list of 12 key markets with foreign trade priorities, as well as persuading the European Union to sign the Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement soon. During the trip, Mai also met with President of the Czech-Vietnam Friendship Association, Marcel Winter, who affirmed to support Vietnamese people in the course of renewal process and national construction and defense. Mai informed the recent situation in the East Sea and reiterated Vietnam's stance to resolutely and persistently defend national independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, and settle disputes via peaceful means and international law. A business forum was held in Moscow on September 18th to promote cooperation between Vietnam and Russia when the Vietnam-Eurasian Economic Union Free Trade Agreement comes into effect on October 5th this year. Deputy Prime Minister Trịnh Đình Dũng attended the event.
In his speech, Deputy Prime Minister Dũng briefed participants about Vietnam's situation in terms of external affairs, economy, defense, security, culture, and society, adding that one of the country's most significant accomplishments was becoming a middle-income country from an underdeveloped one. He said the achievements were partly attributed to contributions from overseas Vietnamese, including those in Russia, saying difficulties still lie ahead, requiring efforts from people at home and abroad. To fully benefit from the Vietnam-Eurasia deal, Dũng suggested the Vietnamese community in Russia use more legal and transparent business models and increase the quality of products according to international standards. Meanwhile, Vietnamese ambassador to Russia, Nguyễn Thanh Sơn, vowed to work with the Vietnam Business Association in Russia to realize the party and state's policy of global integration and enhance the two countries' relations.
Minister of Information and Communications Trương Minh Tuấn is on a working visit to Laos from September 18 to 21st at the invitation of Lao Minister of Post and Telecommunications Tan Samay Khomasit. On September 19th, the Vietnamese delegation was received by Lao Prime Minister Thongloun Sisoulith. Minister Tuấn informed the Lao leader about the outcomes of cooperation between Vietnam's Ministry of Information and Communications and Laos Ministry of Post and Telecommunications in recent years, as well as the results of their earlier talks. He proposed the Lao Prime Minister and government create more favorable conditions for the two ministries to beef up bilateral cooperation in policy making and state management improvement projects. Prime Minister Sisoulith applauded the outcomes of cooperation between two ministries, stressing that they have contributed to the enhancement of Laos-Vietnam special relations. He suggested the Vietnam side to assist Laos in building an e-government and effectively use in satellite Laosat. Earlier, Minister of Information and Communications Trương Minh Tuấn held talks with Lao Minister of Post and Telecommunications Tan Samay Khomasit. where they agreed to strengthen future partnership in information security and human resources development. The ministers concurred to further bilateral cooperation by increasing the exchange of delegations and sharing experience in building management policies and training personnel. Following their talks, the two ministers inked a minutes of cooperation between two ministries and attended the signing ceremony of a cooperation document between National Electronic Authentication Center and the Internet Center of Laos. A wide range of activities have been held during the ongoing Khonsan Kiep Autumn Festival 2016 in the northern province of Hai Seong. Now let's take a look. On September 18th, a ceremony to pray for peace and complete with flower garlands and lantern took place, was part of the ongoing Khonsan Kiep Autumn Festival. One day earlier, around 50 boats along with 350 fishermen and 300 martial artists participated in a military parade on Lukso River. The event aims to reenact the Chen Dynasty army during the second struggle against Mongolian invaders. Dragon and lion dances and martial art performances made the atmosphere more exciting. Another highlight of the Khonsan Kiep Autumn Festival 2016 was a folk music and dance festival at Kiep Temple. The ritual means to praise Chen Hưng-dao, one of the most revered figures in Vietnam's history, for his leading role in the country's victories of the three major Mongol invasions in the 13th century. Covering an area of more than 8 hectares in Chi Linh Town, the Khonsan Kiep historical site is also associated with the lives and careers of great poet Nguyễn Trãi, who was recognized as the great man of culture of the world by UNESCO in 1980. Khonsan Kiep was recognized as a National Heritage Site in 1962 and a Special National Heritage Site in 2012. The Khonsan Kiep Spring and Autumn Festivals were recognized as National Intangible Cultural Heritage in 2012. The Cultural Tourism Week of Mù Cang Chải Terrace Rice Fields was launched with a ceremony in Mù Cang Chải district in the northern mountainous province of Yên Bái on September 18th. At the ceremony, about 300 ethnic Hmong artists performed music featuring the khen, a traditional bamboo instrument. Mù Cang Chải has 500 hectares of rice terraces cultivated by the Hmong people for centuries. The local terraces are beautiful all year round and are among the 2,500 hectares recognized as national heritage sites. The event, which runs until September 20th, aims to promote the values of the terraced paddy fields and ethnic people's culture.
It is the first time I visited Yên Bái and its terraces. The terraces are more beautiful in real life than on photos.
The highlight of the week is the paragliding festival, where parachutes are flying over ripening rice fields at Khâu Phạ Pass. This year's event sees the participation of nearly 100 paragliders from 7 domestic and foreign clubs.
When flying above the ground, it feels like having a total control of yourself. The landscape here is so imposing.
Khâu Phạ, about 1,200 meters above sea level, is rated as one of the 4 most beautiful paragliding sites in Vietnam and among the top 5 most beautiful flying spots in the world. Earlier, a ceremony took place in Nghĩa Lộ Town in Yên Bái, opening the Mường Lò Cultural and Tourism Week, which will run through September 20th, with the participation of over 1,000 amateur and professional artists. And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.